What up, you guys? Empress of Duality here. It's been a minute. It has been a minute, but I've been hearing the call again. The soul call of my soul family. I've been hearing y'all, and I have a pretty interesting, intense kind of message today. I've been sitting with it for weeks now, just kind of, you know how it is, waiting for the go-ahead from Spirit to get up here and see what the hell comes through. But first I want to start by saying I love you. I miss you guys. I hope that Mercury retrograde didn't whoop you too much this go around. But some of y'all, most of y'all are pros, right? That are on my channel. You've been doing this for years, right? So I know you got a pretty good toolbox, spiritual toolbox at your disposal. So I'm gonna go ahead and just jump into it. I'm at my shop today. I had an appointment rescheduled for a couple weeks out, so felt like the time. But this, I'm gonna tell you, this is an intense message for a grooming shop. Like, are y'all ready? Are y'all ready? I don't know. So, we're gonna talk about Kali, Goddess Kali today. I feel like anytime I ever say her name, I hear, oh shit, at the end of it. But yeah, that's who we're gonna talk about. I kept feeling her energy, and I actually did a reading for myself a few weeks back, and literally the card Kali came out of the deck. And you know when that happens, it's pretty much just like, okay, can't deny that, right? So, Goddess Kali has a message for you today. Are you ready and open and willing to receive? So, let's see. August 17th. I went to a yoga practice, and oh no, shit, I had it all pulled up on my computer. I was gonna show y'all, and then it wants to be like this. Like, why? Alright, hold on. Now I gotta pull it back up. So I went to a yoga practice in August, I guess it was. It's called Ashtanga. And, you know, I'm still new to yoga, right? Still kind of learning it, but it was it felt special in some way, this practice. I believe it's like a series of poses, but it's like the same every time, this practice. The poses are the same. So it feels ritualistic in a way. It feels very meditative. It was my first Ashtanga practice, and it was funny. This is the picture that was taken of me in class. I'll show it to you. And when I saw it, the first thing I thought of was Kali. So I ended up posting this picture, and I wrote a little something with it. So we're gonna start there with what I wrote, and then we'll see where we go from there. So, Goddess Kali represents she who is black or she who is death. Shout out to the Scorpio gang. What's good? She is oftentimes associated to sexuality, creativity, and the embodiment of a mother's tough love. She holds in her hand the power of time to remind us that time is but an illusion of the minds of men. We are immortal spiritual beings that hold the power to dismantle and destroy anything that binds us to our past, gives us anxiety about our future, or keeps us from the present moment, which is the only moment that ever truly exists. She holds a sword in her hand, as she is not afraid of her own power or to use it for the highest good of all. There she is. Okay. So that was August 17th. I've been sitting with this for a while now. I'm gonna sit up in my chair. And after sitting with her energy for a while now, one thing that keeps coming through so clearly, you know, a lot of people when they think of Kali, they're just turned off, or there's just this negative connotation towards her, or even evil, that's evil connotation towards her. And I guess that's because, you know, she does represent a lot of destruction, but it's always for a good reason. It's not like she just blows shit up for nothing, right? And a lot of people either try to tune into her energy for the wrong reasons, and that's why shit blows up, or a lot of people are afraid. They don't call on it, they don't speak to it, they don't tune into it, they just push it as far as away as they can. So after kind of talking to her, I was on a ride in the car. Sometimes I get a little meditative in the car, and her energy came through. And what I kept hearing was like expert and legend and mastery, right? And basically what she was saying to me is to harness and tap into a powerful energy like herself. Most souls need an expert level of energy mastery, and it is the souls that are legends, right? This isn't, like how she explained it to me is like Jesus, right? A lot of people resonate with Jesus and can tap into Christ's consciousness very easily, but that is because Jesus is a teacher, right? Hands down, Jesus is the teacher of love, of peace, of grace, of forgiveness, right? Jesus is the one that will hold your hand and walk you down the path. Jesus is the one that when you can't walk, he will pick you up and carry you down the path if he needs to. But that is not Kali. Not at all. If anything, it's the complete opposite, where you have gotten to a point in your journey, you have gotten to a point in your soul's evolution that you have the tools, you have the mastery, you have the ability to harness the power to get yourself from point A to point B. So we got some legends, okay? We got some legends in the house today. Sorry, I'm a little distracted, so I'm gonna just walk by the door. So whatever, especially with this Mercury retrograde that just passed, sometimes we can get so discouraged during Mercury retrogrades and after Mercury retrogrades, because Mercury retrograde can really shake you to your core. It can dig out those buried traumas, those buried limiting self-beliefs, those buried emotional response patterns that really wreak chaos and havoc in your life, and make you sit with them, right? So if you're working with Jesus during a Mercury retrograde, you know, he's going to give you the tools, he's going to give you the lessons, he's going to show you the path, he's going to bring you the people that can help you, you know, he's going to give you the wisdom that it takes to rise above whatever is right in front of your face and kind of see it from a higher perspective. However, Kali is really representing that embodiment of a mother's tough love, where when you're going through something, or you're in a transition period or a death and rebirth process, she's really leaving it up to you to figure it out. Or if you can't figure it out, to find a way to make peace with where you are. And I think what really intimidates people about Kali the most, and leave it to a Scorpio to be the one to bring you this message, because Kali and the journey of a Scorpio are really similar in a lot of ways, especially with the death and rebirth process. That's like a normal thing for a Scorpio, right? And everyone has their death and rebirth periods. However, Scorpios tend to do it a lot more often, right? What's intimidating about Kali? Where, you think of Jesus and it's like Jesus saves, right? Jesus will save you. That's what the religious people be talking about. May Jesus save you, child. Kali don't want nothing to do with that. Why save something that is only prohibiting your growth? Why save a relationship that is making you suffer? Why save a behavior that continues to come in and blow up your life? Might as well put it to bed. And I think that is what intimidates people most about Kali, is that it's not gentle like Jesus can be, but it's so much compassion. That's the thing. The humans, we get afraid of change, especially rapid, intense, life-changing change, soul-level change, multi-dimensional change. Like, that is what, just take a second to take that in. If you found this video, if this is resonating with you, knowing that you are such a powerful soul, that you are being called to make a change that not only impacts you, not only impacts your family, your friends, and the world around you, but on a multi-dimensional level. If you can make that shift, it'll impact everything. On a creator source, creator level. We're talking goddess energy, God energy, creator energy. A lot of people put God's energy outside of them. A lot of people put creator outside of them. But you actually house the same power that created everything around you. You do. And not only do you have that inside of you, but you have gotten to a mastery, expert, legend level where you can use it, which can be intimidating, because that is a lot of power for a human to hold. That is a lot of power for the ego not to fear. The ego. Ego's such a little bitch. We love the ego, okay? We love it, but the ego can be a little afraid of power like that. We can be afraid of our own power, right? And to just put like an image in your head of what this type of power looks like. It's like going within yourself to the deepest, darkest, most traumatized parts of yourself, and out of love, killing what is there, not saving it. A lot of people are like, oh, but I just want to hold on to this and learn from it and grow from it. Just because you kill something does not mean that it is wiped from existence, that it never happened. That imprint will always be with you. It'll always be within your soul's blueprint. However, there are some energies, some behaviors, some thought forms, some traumas that you just don't need to take with you. You don't need to take the time to dig it out and reconfigure it, shift all the vibrations of it, and bring it with you. Sometimes you just have to be aware of it. Look at it. You don't need to heal it. You just need to see it, to free it, and then blow it up and move on.